your promises, baby. Just pack your things and leave. She told me, I won't be a fool no more. 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 She's a heartbreaker. My heart breaks every time she leaves. Now she's hot and she's cold. I can't take it, I can't take it anymore. Never thought she was serious. Always figured she'd say. And then one day, she'd love me again. But by the time I opened my mouth, I knew I had lost, yeah. Knew I had lost. She's a heartbreaker. My heart breaks every time she leaves. Now she's hot and she's cold. I can't take it, I can't take it anymore. She's a heartbreaker. She's a heartbreaker. My heart breaks every time. Now she's hot. Now she's hot. I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. She's a heartbreaker. My heart breaks every time she I can't take it, I can't take it
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Thursday podcast.
I am so
What's up, buddy?
thirsty.
Hey,
So
buddy, I
thirsty.
am too. We're the fucking home stretch now, man.
I know. We only have a few days left, really.
Sober October, yeah, we're down to 8 days.
I know.
8 days.
8 days from now, I'm going to have a beer in my hand.
I don't know if the Trench Bros are listening to this, any of the guys from that, but we will be seeing you on the 30th, and I will be getting hammered.
Yep. And Dan told me to come find him when we get there. So
Oh, yeah?
I told him we were going to end our Sober October with a fucking fun time watching the Trench Bros and hanging
Probably
out.
got some 25% beer in the back. Like,
Probably.
"Here, drink this."
I know he's got some releases coming out that day.
Sweet.
So, I mean, there's some strong ones, too. And they're dark, too, so you'll probably really enjoy that.
Yeah, maybe we'll luck out and get to try a few. I'm down, dude, because the whole time I've been craving like dark beer, man. I don't know why. I haven't really craved beer that much, but just the darker the beer sounds the best.
I saw a pumpkin spice latte one. It sounded kind of good.
That'd be, dude. I don't give a man. I like pumpkin spice. I don't care.
You basic white bitch.
Call me whatever, dude.
I'm kidding.
People have been eating pumpkin pie for as long as fucking
Pumpkins have been around.
right. I get shit now because I like a pumpkin spice cappuccino. Shit, get out of here.
I've never had one, but I imagine that I would like low key really enjoy it probably.
Oh, you
Because I love pumpkin bread, man. Yeah. Can't wait to have that too.
Right, yeah. Oh, I love fucking pumpkin anything. My house fucking smells like fucking pumpkins.
My house smells like fucking beer, Derek,
That's a good thing.
because I have 15 gallons fermenting.
Anyway, all right, we'll get back to that. Hold that thought, but we need to introduce that first song that you just heard. That was Big Red Horse and Ain't Your Mama.
Yeah.
A rockin' ass little song. I like that voice in there, man. Like reminded me, I thought it was Piper Lee at first because it has that real raspy ass crazy voice, you know.
Right.
But yeah, I haven't caught them. I've heard about them, have not got to catch them yet. So
Actually, I think we did, dude, but we were just really hammered.
where was that at?
It was at the Elbow Room.
I
want to say it was that same night that Carrie Nation played there. But don't quote me on that. I remember going in there and just being hammered. And
yeah, but we went to that for the Birds show before that, so
right. Oh yeah.
So we might have missed them. Maybe they were there, but we got there later.
I think I remember seeing them on stage though, but I don't. It's pretty blurry after that. Pretty fucking blurry after that. But they're a pretty cool band, man. And I've been waiting to get music from them for a while now.
Yeah. I don't know when we got that. I think we got that a few weeks ago, maybe. And sometimes it just kind of gets lost in the.
Yeah, stuff comes in spurts too, because sometimes we'll have too much.
Yeah, we haven't had much lately. Like I said, I think it's everybody. I know a few bands that are working on their stuff now, so probably the beginning of the year. Even our band is kind of in the studio, so I guess you get all those festivals and everything out of the way, and you go. Then you kind of hit the studio in the winter, fall. So
we did see him, Derek, because it was on September 13th. They played at the Elbow Room. Remember that's where we went after the For the Birds deal, and we were fucking shitty at that point.
I remember seeing Carrie Nation.
That wasn't that night though. They didn't play there that night, but we were at the Elbow Room that night. I do remember. Because they played.
Because that was
that
was you and Adam's birthday. Like I was making you guys take shots. And,
oh yeah, that was brutal. I was fucking smashed, dude. Good times.
Ran into one of my old buddies. That dude got me drunk. Adam reminded me of that earlier today, actually. Oh, I was pretty drunk that night.
Man, that was only like a month ago, and it seems like it was fucking like 3 years ago.
I know, right?
Time is going so slow. But
yeah, man,
it's all going to come to an end here very shortly.
So the beer you got brewing in the back, what you got there?
Well,
I can see him.
I thought you were going to say you could smell them. I was like, man, fucking new versions of software coming out. I have a lemon shandy, which you've had that one before.
Yeah, you made that one before.
I have a West Coast red. That motherfucker's bubbling right now. Should be ready by the end of this month for our consumption. And then I have a Citra IPA, which I'm going to put a whole bunch of different hops in there too. It should just be a really good beer.
Am looking forward to wrecking all of those kegs.
And for all you fucking White Claw fans out there, I'm in the process of ordering some sort of White Claw clone ingredients, probably going with the mango. And possibly a Heineken clone. I don't know. I might, I'm looking at it right now and it looks pretty good. Looks like I know I can do it. And yeah. Looking forward to lots of beer.
Hell yeah, man. I am too. I cannot wait. I haven't been doing too terribly bad. We played a brewery on Saturday night, and I actually did all right.
Yeah, I didn't even think about drinking beer. Really,
I wasn't really freaking out. I was last weekend, but this past weekend was fine. Like that fall fest was the worst one.
Yeah, it was rough because
I
they
don't know
like
what it
fucking
was.
well, I think it was that they put a fence around this whole deal, and everybody's wandering around in this little area. It was nice out, and the fact that we could have had like unlimited free big beers.
Yeah,
But
dude, I don't know, but it was pretty tough the weekend before last. This last weekend was all right.
yeah,
I did slip on the diet part of it a little bit, but still no beer,
right.
weed, no caffeine,
Hell yeah.
none of that jazz.
Yeah, I had a couple bites of a pancake, dude. It was amazing this weekend.
Yeah, I had a milkshake.
Yeah, I mean, but I walked to fucking so many. I burned like 7,000 calories. I think I can fucking eat some pancakes, dude.
This week was this last week. It's bad. It's hard when you have a kid, man. Like that's what it was. Like just the sweet, like fucking little mini donuts that are like dusted in fucking fruity pebble shit, man. Like I was like, dude. But the crazy thing is, I took a bite out of that, and it just tasted so terrible to me.
I bet it wasn't that good, huh?
Not terrible, but I could just feel my mouth coated in that sugar. Like there was so much sugar on it. It just, you know how that shit'll coat your mouth sometimes.
Right.
Like it wasn't that good. Like I took a bite out of a mini donut and gave it back to her. I was like, I don't fucking want it.
Right.
So half a little mini donut. I did do the milkshake, the pumpkin spice milkshake.
Ooh.
That motherfucker was good from Brahms.
But you gotta think, like, looking back, like it wasn't that great. Oh, I bet the milkshake was good.
Milkshake was fucking
But like things
marvelous.
that you could probably just eat, here and there already. You kind of build it up in your mind, like, oh, I'd like to have that, and then like it's not as good as you anticipate, really.
Yeah, man. The like the worst thing, the only problem I really had is I still haven't had any sugar soda or anything like that.
Right, me either.
Well, I guess I've had some lemonade and shit, but I told you about that place I went didn't have any water.
Which is fucking ridiculous.
So,
might I add.
like there was either lemonade or fucking high C, and
no,
high C probably. I don't even like high C.
I don't even know how you don't have water though. I mean, like, you don't got a sink in there or something.
The bread, and I had some tortillas the other day at that Mexican place. By the way, if you guys never eaten at Ruben's Mexican Grill down in Delano, fucking try it out. It is delicious.
Is it?
Yes.
I was gonna go down there, I guess, but I didn't. Like Haley didn't tell me about it, and yeah,
we'll have to wait till we can drink again and go down there and kick a couple cervezas back. And dude, I just played it was like chicken and steak and cheese and onions, peppers, all this shit. Fucking good. And then they brought out some tortillas with it.
Ooh.
Like, well, I feel like I'm wasting them if I
could have corn tortillas, Derek.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I just had the flour ones.
I had some tacos today with corn tortillas. Pretty good.
Dude, in the that Coney Island Hot Wieners place down in Delano too.
Hot wieners.
Took the kid, took her in there and tried it out. It was pretty good. It's different. Some people might not like it. Some people might really like it because the chili's a little bit different.
Depends how much you like wieners, I guess.
Well, I had tamales. I went into a hot dog shop and got fucking tamales. That fucking makes any sense, but
I can't believe they even have tamales. It's kind of
they're pretty good. They're good. I don't know. They were covered in chili and cheese, so
I'm a tamale whore, dude. Like I fucking love tamales.
Yeah. I have to go down there and try them sometime without the chili and stuff on there. It is weird. The chili, there's no beans in it. There's no tomatoes in it. It was basically just meat and whatever sauce, but it tasted like there was like some cinnamon or some type of, I don't know, weird taste in there. But it's good. I liked
nutmeg or something.
Yeah, something like that. It was good though. I liked it.
Yeah, we've been this week I've been slacking on the walking so far.
I have to.
I've just been so tired that but I mean, I'm still walking, still getting steps in. Not as many as I want right now, but I think overall I'm still watching what I'm eating and making sure I'm burning more than I'm consuming. So that's kind of probably what I need to be doing regardless.
Yeah. I've been really conscious about what I've been eating. Even though I know, like I said, the bread's been the big issue that I've had. The soda hasn't, the sugar and all that, but
Yeah, I don't
I've been
miss
pretty
any of that.
conscious about what I'm eating. And I was talking to Adam earlier, and he's like, "You think you're gonna stop doing it after this month?" And I was like, "No, not really, because I've kind of got a few recipes that are super simple and they fucking taste really good,
Yeah,
like some crock pot meals and shit like that. They just throw together real quick, like the buffalo chicken dip.
right.
All you
Oh,
do
yeah.
is fucking crock pot some chicken, and when it's cooked, shred it, throw some cream cheese and buffalo sauce in there.
Oh, fuck.
It's delicious, dude. It's so easy. It's like 3 hours.
Right.
Fucking artichoke spinach dip. You got fucking eat some celery and carrots and shit with that.
Ooh.
Quick little crock pot deal. I can live off that shit,
Right. I wonder how much weight you've lost.
I don't know. If I could probably put something back on this weekend, but
Yeah, but you've been walking though, kicking my ass this week.
I haven't really even got out this week. I'm telling you, I hit a wall this week. Like, it seemed like after Saturday, like, man, Sunday after we played, I was just wiped the fuck out. Wiped out. Couldn't fucking, I just fell asleep on the couch Sunday, like, most of the day.
See, I feel like I can slack a little bit because I like really kept it going pretty strong through the weekend, and I don't know. I mean, my body just needed some rest, I think, and hopefully tomorrow I can
I'll
really
be good once I
step
get
it
some
up.
fucking caffeine back in me, dude.
Even just some coffee, man.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not like
Yeah, you don't
energy
need
drinks are
like
probably
yeah.
I don't. I do need to get away from those. I don't. Those things are hard to get off of, but yeah, coffee for
It's a little
sure
black
is
coffee.
needed.
Call
Is
it
needed.
good. Ugh.
But yeah. So anyway, we played the Hayesville Fall Festival, which was fucking very cool.
It was.
Actually kind of warm that day. I was pissed. Like, you didn't look at the weather, man. I was in flannels and shit, dude.
I had shorts on. Probably a no, but
Sweating my ass off. But and then aeroplanes that night, which was a fun show.
yeah, shout out to Pro Audio. That was
Yeah,
amazing audio at the Hayesville Fall Festival, and I think we sold a little bit of merch, and I think got some new fans from it. And
yeah, we actually aeroplanes. I don't think you really talked to him, but there was a guy and his girlfriend that showed up that had watched us in Rose Hill and really liked us and came Saturday at aeroplanes. He's like, man, we had this whole date planned out and all this, and he's like, I guess his girlfriend said something about us playing at aeroplanes, so they ended up coming over there, and we were their date night. And he's like, "Oh man, I love you guys. You guys are so great." He's like, "We seen you last weekend. Where you guys playing at again? We'll be there." Like, so starting to get some fans, man, outside of the friends and family.
feels
clique.
good.
It does, man. Like true, genuine. See, because I'm still under the impression that people are just being nice when they say we're good.
I don't know. I think we're a lot different than than we were 6 months ago.
Yeah, but I mean, when you see stuff like that, it kind of proves to you that, then they actually fucking took time out of their way. They live in Rose Hill.
Right.
Granted, they were in Wichita, doing things, but they fucking came over there to come watch us play. So nice. And we've had what?
By the way, this is episode 66. I just wanted to not forget.
Holy shit.
Almost forgot.
Almost 69.
I know. That's gonna be a fun one.
So yeah, we've got a few people online or on Facebook and stuff following us too that are becoming fans as well. Like I can't remember her name. I would give her a shout out, but I can't remember her name at the moment.
Is it the one that had
She put some videos up of us and stuff on the.
is it Terry McKinnon?
Yes, that is the name.
Yeah.
She fucking loves us.
Yeah, she came out and she got one of our shirts, which, by the way, if you guys haven't seen them, they're pretty fucking cool.
They are. Shout out to Glenn from Ship's Custom Tees.
Them shirts are
Awesome.
nice.
And Catlett made the design.
Yeah.
He designed the lettering and a little design around it. So some hometown flavor in there. But they do look good. I wanted to, like, did you see Glenn's shirt Saturday? That blue on blue?
Yeah. He told us to get blue on blue shirts.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, Gus didn't want them. Like, fuck Gus, man. I like that. That shit look cool. I don't even really like blue t-shirts, but I like that one. That one looked awesome.
Yeah, he was trying to talk me into it too, and I was just like, well,
maybe he said you, and I said, fuck Eric. I don't.
but really, I don't know. I mean, I think we made some good choices for shirts.
No, they do look really good. But I'm one of those. I'm like, man, we need this color, and it's not as easy as that. There's more moving parts than just let's get a couple of orange and gray, and let's get a couple black and yellow, and
Just all sorts of weird different colors.
Yeah, but it's a little more difficult than that.
Yeah,
gotta order more than one or two here and there. But
hey, we got to see Danji play before us.
yeah, they did a good job. I was like watching them, man. They're always just solid. That was fun too. They get some of those old throwbacks, man, that you don't even think about. Like that's what I like out of it. If you're gonna do covers, do some of those that people forget about and like you don't hear very often. You know, like
yeah, like where you go. Oh, I haven't heard that song.
You don't want to go. You don't want to go hear "Friends in Low Places" and "Sweet Home Alabama" and yada yada. You want to hear like those old '80s songs and shit that. My mind's mush right now, and I can't really think of any examples of what they were playing, but go find out for yourself if you're that curious.
Yeah, they play all the time.
They really do, and they're good. They're absolutely fun to watch. So,
yeah, I'm hoping we can figure out. We're thinking about doing some sort of cross-genre show before long.
Yeah, there's I don't want to spill any. Right. Or say much, but we're
working on playing with a totally different genre of music, lining a show up, and you've heard us talk many times about it, you listeners, about how we really think that's pretty neat, and now we might be getting the opportunity to do one of those, which I'm smitten about a little bit.
Yeah, man, I'm ecstatic. It'll be fun. So
what else have we been doing? Oh, we're going to Theory of a Dead Man.
Oh yeah.
That'd be cool.
Wednesday night.
Yeah. So this will come out after that. But hey, if you were there,
yeah,
I'm sure it was a good show. Talking in past and present and future tense. I don't even know.
I'm curious to see how. I'm not a huge fan of some of their new stuff. But I fucking love the old stuff, man. So
you got to figure they're gonna play, quite a bit of that.
Yeah, right. I'm guessing.
I hope. Man, maybe their good stuff is good live. I don't know.
I was gonna say maybe that's it. I'm curious, but it'll be fun regardless.
Also, Derek, this is coming up. This weekend, the Udall Fall Festival. They have all sorts of stuff going on. And that is October 26th. They have a parade, breakfast, softball tournament, car show, craft show, cakewalk. They have entertainment at the park with a pet show, pie eating contest. Justin Brown is playing music down there from 2 to 4:30, and then there's a street dance. I'm trying to remember. I keep hearing who's playing there, but I think some guy from Stillwater's playing their street dance that night. But there is a demolition derby barbecue and beer garden happening, and
Nice.
that
What else do
intrigues
you
me.
want, man?
I don't know. If I could drink, I would go.
Right. Yeah, I liked it there. Like we said before, we played there last year, and it was a very good time. So
Right. It's the Fall Fest season. So yeah.
while we are talking about sponsors, I'll bring up Love Yourself Health Coaching. We were supposed to get her on today and yesterday, and sometimes we just all get busy. So, but if you do need to get over, she should be on next week. I think. We think.
We hope.
But
It'll be our last sober day.
she
For one
does
of us.
provide the right system, the right support, and the right accountability to change your health and your body for good. She's done, like, we seen her Saturday, talked to her a little bit, and
Yeah, she saw us play.
had her on here before talking. She kind of points us in the right direction, and she's very knowledgeable about what she does. So if you want to, you should get a hold of her
You should.
at 316-243-6174. Email her at loveyourselfhealthcoach@gmail.com, or go look her up on www.loveyourselfhealthcoaching.com. Or as always, you can find her on Facebook.
Yeah, she's probably so proud of us, Derek. We're doing
I
a
think
hell of a
so.
job.
I do.
We're doing better than I thought we'd be doing.
Like I said, I thought we'd be. Well, I didn't think we would. The drinking thing. I surprised myself. Believe me, I've thought about it, man. I got a fucking bottle of rum sitting in there and a bottle of Rich and Rare just sitting there. Nobody would know. Take a little slug off this bottle right now, and ain't nobody gonna know. Kid's got a bottle of soda in there. I'm like, oh, that sounds so good. Nobody will fucking know.
You would know.
It was funny when because she was bugging me all day. Like, can I go get an ice cream? Can I go get an ice cream? No. So at like 8:00 that night, Sunday night, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get in a truck. Let's go get an ice cream. I'm in good. We order it. She goes, I won't tell Eric and Haley. She's like, I won't tell them you got an ice cream. I was like, I'm not trying to fucking keep it a secret. Like,
Well, and really, I don't think there's anything that like is too bad. I mean, like, what, you went 20 days without anything like that? So I mean,
right.
It's something you can have.
That's
It's not gonna kill you.
Like, fuck it, man. Well, the plan was, I was like, all right, get this out of the way, and then I'm gonna walk way more tomorrow, and then I didn't. My plan was to fucking punish myself, or make myself walk another 1,000 steps or whatever, since I had a fucking milkshake, but that didn't work. I don't have that kind of discipline.
He was like, well, he thought about it. That's about it.
Yeah, that's about as far as that went, but my heart was in the right place. So
After I ate last night, I went for like a 10-minute, 15-minute walk just because I was like, okay, I feel like I'm slacking a bit, need to make up a little bit. So I just went walking for a bit, but I don't know. It's kind of weird. I was walking around Wellington.
I did have to jog after my fuckhead dog yesterday morning. That was pretty fun. So I realized a little bit of a difference there. I was actually jogging.
Yeah, you hadn't done that since we were going after that fucking bus, dude.
Been a while, but I was fucking dude. Okay, so I woke up late, right? I got to be to work at 7:00. I got to drop my kid off at my mom's and still go to work. And she's like way over on the other side of town. So anyway, I wake up at 6:30. Fuck. Hurry up. Get ready. I'm trying to get my kid ready. Clean up the dog's mess that he fucking made when I was sleeping. All this. Get everything ready. That fucking asshole dog shoots out the front door. and ran off.
Oh.
So my kid's fucking running down the alley trying to get him. I was like, fuck him. He's gone. He'll come back. Like, if he's here, he's here. Whatever. She was bawling, crying. You can't. No, we got to go get him. He's just right over there. Can't be that far. I mean, just fucking bawling. I was like, God damn it. All right. Fucking get in the truck. So I'm fucking jogging from like clear down at the end of my alley all the way back to the house. Fucking jogging. In the truck, hauling ass around looking for him. Finally find him. And then I'm fucking jogging around again. Fucking dog, dude.
A lot of jogging for you, Derek.
Oh, yeah, I don't like jogging. I don't mind walking, but the jogging thing. Man, I've been smoking for good little bit, dude. Good stretch. Quite a few years.
Some decades.
No matter fucking how healthy I get, those lungs, baby, they're shot. Like, smoked a lot of things over the years, and those lungs ain't coming back. So jogging's not really my forte. I like a nice brisk walk. That's about as fast as I
was jogging at the gym the other day, and like I ran half a mile, and I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I don't need to do this. I just fucking started walking. Like, why the fuck am I jogging? Like,
yeah.
Just makes more sense to be like, oh, I lost all that weight just walking, eating good and walking. I don't want to have to fucking say that I went jogging because, yeah, fuck that. You don't have to jog.
No.
You just have to move.
Yeah, if we had to jog, I wouldn't fucking have done it. I won't. I refuse. Except for when I'm running late for work and I got to chase down a fuckhead dog. It's his new nickname, by the way. Might be his new name. Fuckhead.
Fuckhead. So I don't know if you listeners have noticed, but we've been doing football games on Friday nights, covering the local games because of the whole radio debacle with Allied Media and what was the other company? Was Rockingham Media? Yeah. So we started filling in doing the football games every Friday, and it's been pretty fun. Definitely something different than we've ever done, and Tim's fucking whiz at it.
Last Friday was a fucking great game. It don't matter what level of football you're watching, dude. That was a fucking good game. Like it was an upset. It was down to the wire. Like you had interceptions and
fumbles.
Yeah, dude. It was just drama. A lot of drama. Fucking really good game.
Some questionable calls that didn't get called.
Yeah. But it was fun, man. I'm liking this gig. Kind of takes away your Friday nights, but at the same time, you get to
they're usually football by 9 or 9:30, and yeah, like you said, you get to go watch football and
for free.
Free. Everybody loves free things.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of free, Derek, I'm gonna plug this because I can. If you like free stuff, go to our Facebook page, our band's page, because we're giving away a shirt to one lucky fan.
Hell yes.
Go check that out. Go get one of our new shirts that we were talking about a little bit
ago.
We
just hit 1,000 likes.
We did. It's fucking proud.
Still hitting. So.
But yeah, I mean.
It's amazing what you do when you invite people.
If you like free shit, go over to our page because you have a good chance of winning.
All right. Well, let's play a song. I got to hurry this up.
What are we going to play?
Kid to basketball tryouts. Well, you want to play Dusty Grant or you want to play another one?
Let's do Dusty Grant. Brand new song.
The Jester. He actually just debuted the video to this at the EFC fights this past weekend. Sucked because I wanted to be there, but I ended up playing 2 shows. Looked fun. But yeah, so give this one a listen.
Song's badass.
And then after that, we have Tim with Who did he sit down with?
I don't know who he's with, so it's gonna be a surprise for you listeners.
It's a surprise for everybody.
Yeah,
Does Tim even know?
Tim knows.
Okay, so this is a surprise to him too. Just wandered
No.
into somebody on the street.
Hey.
All right, so we will be back with an interview with Tim and somebody after this.
Enjoy it.
Dusty Grant. Enjoy it.
You can forsake me for all that I am, pouring my heart out the shell of a man. This path that I am walking is my own, chasing the dragon and scratching the itch. Strong and broken, I'm reduced to this. This path that I am walking is my own, and I'm turning this corner all alone. Just have my back for a moment, 'cause this time, and I need you to just trust these words of mine. Can't expect you to understand right now, but I'll get there and I'll make it up somehow. Make it up somehow. I've made mistakes and fell flat on my face. Home empty-handed and I seek embrace. This path that I am walking is my own, and I carry this burden all alone. Just have my back for a moment, 'cause this time, and I need you to just trust these words of mine. Can't expect you to understand right now, but I'll get there and I'll make it up somehow. Make it up somehow. I won't hurt you, I won't desert you. Time slips by so fast. It's all for you, I won't ignore you. These moments, they never last. Just have my back for a moment, just this time, and I need you to just trust these words of mine. Can't expect you to understand right now, but I'll get there and I'll make it up somehow. Make it up somehow. I'll make it up somehow. Oh yeah. I've made mistakes and fell flat on my face. Home empty-handed and I see embrace.
Well, that's weird. All right. Welcome to the Thirsty Thursday Artist Spotlight. My name's Tim, and I'm going to be your host tonight. Glenn and Luke are out, so you guys are stuck with me. And I'm sitting here with the hottest new band in Wichita, the Uplift Mojo. So I'm going to go around the room. Jake, how you doing? Jake's the bass player.
Doing good. What's up,
I've
Tim?
known Jake forever. Jake's one of my original band member friends, and we're quite familiar with each other. And Brad,
Yes, sir.
lyricist,
I am.
hip hop
I
guy.
want to be.
Jagger, he's the guitar player and lyricist, lead singer.
Yo, how you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Good to see you. And Albert, drummer. Always the last in line to be introduced.
I know, right? How goes it?
Doing good, man. So, Jagger, I know you're the lead singer of this outfit.
Oh, definitely.
Of this outfit. Now, you guys aren't originally from Wichita, am I correct?
So Albert and I are not. We grew up in South Florida, and I've been here forever. I may as well be from Wichita. I've been here for 19 years now. But Jake is from Wichita, and I met him, and that's a pretty good connection. you
Right.
know? I think you were there when I met Jake. Tim.
I believe so. I think we were playing a gig
we're all
together.
That's right. Yeah, the Woods.
The Woods.
And No Coast Refugees.
So, speaking of the Woods, we did bury one of the original members of the Woods today. Shout out to
yes.
Jeff DeFever.
Very sorry to hear that.
Yeah, sad day, but here I am with you guys, so it is a happy day as well. So, Albert,
Yes.
what were some of the bands that you've been in before this iteration?
Well, I was in a few bands in South Florida.
What were their names?
One was named All That's Left, which we came. It was around the time of a pop punk explosion, late '90s, early 2000s, and we almost made it. We played Warped Tour of Green Day.
Oh, nice.
So
So you guys had some stuff recorded?
yeah, and
So
and then the band after that was called.
can we find it? Can we find it on the internet?
No,
Oh, dang it!
What was the other band?
the Balloon Hoax.
The Balloon Hoax.
Yeah, it was named. The band was named after Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh,
Story.
right.
Oh, awesome.
So you and Jagger are brothers. Were you in these bands with him?
I was not. As a matter of fact, when he was in All That's Left, I was in another band in South Florida called Pawn. And that was my favorite band until I came to Wichita.
Right.
But
I thought he was going to say
and
all
then
that is
after I-
right.
after I moved to Wichita, Albert started in the Balloon Hoax. And they're really good, but I think I got to see you guys one time on vacation.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
I was impressed, and I was a little jealous, but I got over it.
So Brad,
Yes,
what
sir.
are some of the bands you've been in around here? I know you're originally from Wichita.
Yeah, dude, I love writing music. I can freestyle a little bit, but yeah, it started me and Ricky Hayes. I've got to give a shout out to Ricky Hayes.
What up, Ricky?
Ricky?
Man, me and him, we started at a really young age. And really, the funny thing is, we started wrestling together. We built a wrestling ring in the backyard.
So like WWE type wrestling.
Yeah. I mean,
Not like freestyle or folk
dude,
style.
we thought we were cool. This is when Hulk Hogan was
Roman
awesome.
Greco only.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm just giving you the history on Ricky. But he's always had a love for music, you know. So we shared that love, and we did the Checkmate Records. We did that. I was 21 years old. We started that, and
So this was a record company that you guys were putting together?
you know, I guess so. You know, we were trying to. He was really heavy on featuring people, and it seems like we could only get a verse per track. I was the verse king. It seems like I couldn't get 2 verses on one song. You know, I was always just doing one verse and out of there. So right now, so that was the past. This is the then. And now I'm trying to venture off and kind of a little bluesy, you know. I don't know, you know. I love rap, but is that where it ends? No, you know. You can mix music with all the genres that you grow up in life, you know.
Exactly.
And yeah, I love hip hop. I love country. I don't think we're doing country, but I do. I love all genres.
No country.
Yeah, no country, but all genres. I can sit there and listen to something and and have a good day. You know, that's what music's all about. Getting you in and out of moods. That's music. So,
Agreed.
Oh yeah.
this is a friendship that has started coming together every Wednesday. That's what's going on right now.
So you guys are really in the beginning stages of
Yes, sir.
putting this together. And
Yes, sir.
Well, yeah. So Albert and I have been playing since we picked up our instruments together, off and on, for over 20 years or so. And Jake and I think we've been playing together for 7 or 8 years now.
Yeah.
And then Brad. See,
Since
I
the
was in,
woods.
of course, in bands with my brother Albert, and then I was in a band with Jake, and then I was in another band with Jake, and that's where I started playing with Brad.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's where I met him. We were called the Funky Monkeys, man. I hate to even say that. We had a big...
why would you hate to say that?
Yeah,
dude,
Be proud of who you are.
here's
I don't
the
hate to say that.
here's the problem, guys, and I don't want to... I'm not hating on the band that we created. But, man, just the name. It's so important, it seems, Whenever you start, obviously that's what you're going to be called. Correct?
Right.
I mean...
Well, I know that there is an ice cream company in Wichita that's the Funky Monkeys.
There is.
Yes, shaved ice.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But I mean, with all said, I mean, you can be called Pink Floyd and be incredible, right?
Exactly.
So, I mean, what the hell is Pink Floyd? You're gonna get with your buddies and say, "Hey, let's call each other fucking Yellow Monkey balls."
Which one is pink, right?
Right?
That's-
So it
yeah,
really
by the way,
doesn't
which
matter.
one's pink?
It's all about the artists and how they attract the freaking the show. What is the show? Why do people want to come to shows?
So
They-
let me help you here.
Yes,
So
sir.
we don't know what we're calling this because we got Uplift Mojo here with me and Albert and Jake, and we got Funky Monkeys here with me, Jake, and Brad, and so we're sort of like Mojo featuring Bradley or
Yeah.
So you
Monkeys
really
featuring
don't know what
Black
it's
Fire.
going to be called.
Funky
currently.
Mojo,
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, I like that.
the Uplift Monkey.
Funky Mojo.
So speaking of band names, Jake, mention some of the bands you've been in, because I know I've been in 75% of them.
At least 50%. I started off playing in a band called Somber Solutions when I was like 20 years old. That was when I just started playing bass. I had a roommate that got me into playing music. And
And you guys were featured on the Fly 92 hour, am I correct?
I
The
think
local
so.
hour.
I think so.
This is kind of fun.
But then after that, that's when I got in a band with you, Sweet Polly Payne. Played for a few years. Made a lot of good music. That evolved into The Woods with Keith and Jeff DeFever.
Good old Keith Niesel.
And that's where we met these guys.
I do love Keith Stone.
Yeah.
The Dubose family.
Yeah, I wish Keith.
Yeah,
And the
rest in
No-Co's
peace.
Refugees.
Rest in peace.
Yep. And then that evolved into the Uplift Mojo. That kind of went away for a while, and now might be resurrected as something new.
Yeah.
Well, I did get a chance to sit down and listen to some of your music today. Jagger, how would you describe the genre of music you guys are playing?
I think it covers a lot of ground. I mean, I hope it does. We have a lot of different influences. Of course, Jake is really like our soul guy, which is good because he's a bass player. He likes hip hop and he likes R&B and stuff, but he also likes to rock. And Brad's already told you he likes pretty much everything. Albert has always been a straight up punk metal guy, and I'm somewhere in all that. But I came of age in the '90s, so I like grunge a lot, and all of us grew up on classic rock. So I think it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, he's taking you. This guy is a music genius.
Nah, man.
He can actually read the music notes on. Tell me how many people can do that.
He's got one on me, that's for sure.
That is very tough to do, and this gentleman right here can pick up
Hey,
a
a
script.
lot of people can do
Beethoven,
that.
he could
Yeah.
pick that damn thing
I
up
can
and
actually
play
do it.
Beethoven without anybody saying he understands notes. So this guy is a genius whenever it comes to music. He's down playing himself.
Brad, that's a lot.
But, I'm
Hey,
sorry,
two
Jagger.
languages.
I haven't met
Fill those shoes,
anybody. I've
Jagger.
been around a lot of musicians,
Took the
but
Converse.
understanding music in the note form and while you're playing an instrument and having the ability to sing, that is very difficult. So it just baffles me how this guy just takes it easy with his knowledge, but he understands music notes and he can play it. So
Right.
he's a talent.
So, Albert, you said that you started out in the Florida punk scene.
Yes.
being around Wichita and, playing out and seeing what we got going on here, how would you compare the scene? I mean, because you're talking about what, the early to mid 90s that you were doing this, or what kind of time frame are you talking about?
About 98, I started. I was
Okay,
15.
so late 90s.
Yeah, the first band I was ever in, I was 15, 98 and 99 time frame. And then I went to all that's left. They actually recruited me because we were close friends. Everybody knew each other, in that scene.
Right.
You always played shows up and down Miami and Fort Lauderdale, and the little hole-in-the-wall bars. That were the best to play in, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Those are the best.
The best one I ever played, which is the scariest one, it's called Churchill's in
Little
Haiti,
Little
in Miami.
Haiti, yeah.
You have to literally watch your stuff.
You have to
you
get
go
your car
if you
fast.
yeah, or you're getting robbed.
Wow.
Really?
Get there
Yes.
fast. Yep.
No bullshit. Excuse me. I didn't-
So no, that's fine. How would you compare the scenes that you've been in the past to what's going on now in Wichita?
Well,
That's a good question.
It's a very good question. I would have to say the scene in Miami, in Fort Lauderdale, was cool, but it wasn't real genuine, I don't think.
Well, Manson came from there.
Manson was
a couple
far
years
up
ahead
in-
of me, and he was.
Yeah.
But, he hasn't been coming to much
high
in
schools
Wichita,
away.
though.
But other than that, to me, the scene in Miami and Fort Lauderdale had to compete vastly on with
Hand jobs.
techno,
Non
the EDM scene,
non-points from there.
non-points from there. But
Hey, I'll tell you this, man. The music scene in South Florida, all those people,
the rave scene
you
started
know,
there.
all those people and all that action going on, it doesn't compare at all to what's going on in
Right.
Wichita. There's so many, and come on, man, it is really surprising how a town this size can have this many talented
But I will say
people.
there's better musicians
There's
here.
a lot of good bands. In
Better
this town.
musicians here.
I have to agree. I'm in a unique position that I get to see. Well, I get to see a lot of what people are producing, and as well going and seeing live shows. And I have to agree with you on that.
There are some players here.
Do you think maybe it's a how do I put it, that it's watered down in bigger cities, and that we're getting more of the talent, or maybe people are more apt to share their talents in a smaller,
I think that
Not fully.
I think that a lot of the venues appreciate the talent more than they do elsewhere. I think a place like South Florida is so inundated with tourists on a regular basis that it's easier to get DJs that are crowd favorites that can, serve that kind of population. Here we've got a lot of locals that get up there and they showcase what they do to other locals, and the
becomes
people
a
that own the
regional thing.
bars have they have a crowd that comes in there. They're full of locals.
Regional networking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that tight
Which is great.
bond that Wichita has.
And
It's why it's so
I
great.
really think the interesting thing about
over the
the
last 5
about the
10 years.
talents that's coming out of Wichita, it's not mainstream. It
Well,
really
There are
isn't.
some great players here. Like
And,
I said, that's what impresses me.
it's all true. They're talking about their life. It seems like a lot of the music's coming out is really detailed and oriented around how they carry out their business, and that's really hard to find. People want to do the hoopla, the record bit where everything sounds legit. I don't know where I'm coming
the
at.
accent-
Well, you and Jake have been part of the hip hop scene. I mean, doing Funky Monkeys and playing shows with hip hop artists. Where do you think the hip hop scene is in Wichita?
Man, I couldn't comment on it because I have 3 kids that I take care of. I'm an old bastard.
He's an OG.
I can't
There's
comment.
definitely a lot of quality, musicians out there. Rappers when we were playing a couple years ago in the scene a little bit. We played with Lucid, I think, and
Lucid, shout out to him.
a few other
Yeah.
people, but
No, I'm a
it
boring
was a lot
life.
bigger than I knew. That was the first time I'd ever played in a hip hop band. I've normally played in more rock oriented bands.
What was the basement?
Live from the basement.
Live from the basement.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Oh, I
I'm a
love
huge
that.
fan
Awesome.
of theirs.
What,
Yeah, I love
badass.
that.
Shout out
Live
to
from the
Lance
basement was
and Reggie.
awesome.
Yeah, Lance
Right.
and Reggie.
Hell yeah.
Dude, they're just real.
So, you know, like I said, I'm in a unique position that I get to hear a lot of what's produced in the city. Do you think that's got a lot to do with it, Jake, as far as that we've got such a high production level, you know, from our engineers in the city and, you know, our recording studios here in Wichita?
I mean, that's possible. I don't really know if I have, you know,
It does
enough
seem like
knowledge
there's
on
a
it to-
lot of guys that are you know, making great music, like helping other musicians record good albums, and you know, I mean, it just seems like a lot, and the quality is there, man. You know, I haven't seen that really anywhere else. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it happens, but the skill that happens here is pretty impressive.
Well, and the thing is, there's a lot of places out there that you can go and play live music and get your name out, you know.
We also got to pay
So-
to play too.
Yeah, but what about the guys that
Well-
are, you know, like you go into their house and in the basement they have this crazy freaking studio.
Like Miles.
You know, they just,
I know.
it's amazing, dude. There's a lot of guys that do that.
Yeah, there is.
There is a lot of
So-
home studio guys. There's a
think-
lot of guys that are recording amazing content, you know, by them at their
Yeah.
home
Right.
that they're putting out there, and it sounds just as great as a professional studio.
And actually,
Yeah,
can we
I
give
think the big cities.
You
with
know,
the
Miles-
technology,
Technology's just so much.
What's the shout out to
easy
Miles? Let's
access.
give
To,
a shout out to Miles real
to
quick.
comment on what you're
Because
asking earlier.
he did our CD and your
Miles,
CD.
Purple Haze Studios. Shout out to Miles. at
We're gonna
Purple
give
Haze
Yeah.
a shout out to
Oh, yeah.
Miles Purple Haze
Hell of a
Studios.
that guy's a
He-
smoking guitar player.
Yeah, the gentleman, he did ours,
And a
our
hell of
CD,
a,
and their
actor.
CD, and
Yeah.
there's actually a my wife's sister's husband did a CD with him too.
So your brother-in-law.
Sorry for my stuttering,
I think
but
that's what that
brother-in-law. Well, I don't know, man.
To,
We don't hug much though. That's brother-in-law.
wanted
We're
to do
supposed
the
to
long
hug.
time.
What were you saying, Albert?
To comment on what you were asking earlier about the difference between here and the big city, I would say the big cities, the metropolises, you know, your New York, your LA, your Miami, people got a lot more to prove and want to make it fast. The overnight express. Here, they're actually into the music and it comes from the heart. You know,
more
and,
genuine here?
Yeah, oh yeah. I can tell by the musicianship.
Hell yeah.
So
You're
you
talking
know,
about me, aren't you?
we're talking about, you know, scenes where, you know, you have your Austin, you have your Nashville, you know, in the hip hop scene, you've got your Houston, you've got your Atlanta. What do you think that is going to take Wichita to that next level,
For
Albert?
like 5 seconds.
I think what would make Wichita the new Austin or Seattle or what have you or Nashville would be some more bigger acts that can play barleycorns or and Kenny and them are doing a hell of a job. Alex, all them.
I
guys.
know.
So Jagger, you're kind of shaking your head, right?
I've had an idea.
I don't
about
know where
this
I was
for a
going on
while.
that, but,
I've had an idea about this for a while. I think because of the abundance of great musicians that are, you know, populating these great
They start
bands that we
Wichita
have here
record
in
label.
Wichita, man, why not have like a sub pop style label here that can get all these bands into a stable and you know,
Then send them
project
out.
that onto every other area,
Oh,
like
that'd be fun.
first
Right.
around the Midwest area and then like beyond that.
The Wichita
But
record label.
I think that
be
there's so
fun.
much good talent here, and Wichita, you know, it's great, man. I mean, look, the best music around. Go to Barleycorns, you know, go to Shamrock, you know, go to Kirby's. Shit, man. There's so many places here
Yeah,
where
it
you
is
can hear
beautiful.
great stuff.
It is.
If you can get these bands under one roof
Have a festival.
and they're working together as a machine, man. I mean, that would take it to the next level.
So you're talking about having a singular record label that all these bands could be under. Does that mean that we're creating a singular genre of music that is the sound of Wichita?
I don't think so.
I
no.
would say that it would be more
It's a
like
mixed genre,
a
huh?
network where
Right.
these bands can support each other better.
Right.
You know,
No
To
matter
where
the
they don't
genre.
have to. Maybe they don't do their own legwork as much to put good shows together because there's a lot that goes into that. You know,
Basically, it'd be
I got to play this show. I've got one coming up here. I got to find 2 other bands to play with. How many times have you heard that? Right. So if there was a way to where everybody's under one deal, and you just, I think it'd be a lot easier, and it would be easier to get these Wichita groups to go and bring that, showcase Wichita talent.
Here's Wichita's
elsewhere.
finest.
Right.
You know?
That was a good
Because
one.
what's
Well,
coming
and
out of
I
Wichita?
think that's what
They're
our
recording
mission
similar
is
shows.
as ICT Radio. We're trying to create that community and create that scene.
I see that. Yeah.
And, you know, you can get on the station and you can listen and say, hey, those guys kind of sound like we do. They have a better following than we do, or they have a lesser following. We can help them, or vice versa. They can help us.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Word
think
of
they're
mouth
onto
spreads
something. Yeah, I
quick when it
think
comes to
they're
that kind of
onto
thing. Because, like, I was in Phoenix for the last 6 months earlier in the year, and they have a hell of a rock scene. It's awesome, you know. But I think it's because they're so close to LA, maybe.
Right.
But
Oh, yeah.
they got little like barleycorns everywhere,
Uh-huh.
you know.
Oh yeah.
And that's, you know, I think a little bit more of a population
Maybe.
center there. They've got quite a few more people here.
Mm-hmm.
But so if we're talking about the same population numbers, we're talking about a Tulsa, a Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Right. Right.
You know,
Right.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. You know, even Omaha. You know, I mean,
right.
But the good thing is we're dead in the middle of the country, so you know the big acts are gonna have to stop here.
Well, and you know, I've said this before. I'll go to a show, like for instance, I went to Bush at the Hartman Arena. And I was very disappointed that there wasn't a local opener. They went into I can't remember who it was. Not Seven Mary Three. I'm misquoting who was there. But the first band that played was a national one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
And in my
I see what
opinion,
you're saying, right?
in my opinion, that should be open to a local,
Somebody local.
a very good local band.
That is
Yeah,
happening
there's a
more
lot
and
of
more
choices
though.
that could be made
I
there,
mean,
man.
that didn't happen then, but I do hear more and more local bands opening up for Tech Nine and other artists that are coming to Wichita. I do hear about local artists opening up. So you are right. I'd like to see it, but it kind of does happen a little bit. I mean, even you guys opened for a band that came.
yeah, Big Red Horse. We
Give a
opened up
shout out for Big Red Horse.
I played.
Big Red Horse.
Yeah, I was going to mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jagger is
this guy-
also in Big Red
this
Horse,
guy's amazing.
which is a pretty big act here in Wichita.
We have fun, man. We like to play music, and we opened up for Tesla.
Tesla.
But that's what you're saying. You know, these bands come through. And
Right.
We should have some local group.
They should be given a
Well,
shot,
well,
you know,
well,
and to play in front of that amount of people
Right.
is huge for a local band.
You know what else kills,
But you know
kills
what
that here though? I've noticed in my time here,
Hand
the cover
jobs.
bands.
Well, don't get me started on cover bands because
Everybody
I'm
wants to go.
not going to badmouth anybody.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying like
I do
the bars are
think
packed for the cover acts.
They serve a purpose, but there's original music out there that it's worth listening to, man.
yeah.
It just
I
depends
do
on
think you
Sorry
brought
about
up
the
a
cover
good
bands.
topic because
I just say it.
they're kind of bigger in Wichita. They're easier to find, but a lot of these other acts aren't as easy to find. Maybe if we had a good central base where we could find this talent
Right.
that we can
Like
listen
ICT
to.
ICT radio.
Like
And,
ICT radio.
Yes,
Yeah, right there.
like ICT radio. Radio.
I mean, we already got the promoters, the big
But,
promoters
you
here
know,
with
that's
Kenny,
what- That's
Kenny
where it all
Bollinger,
starts.
Alex Thomas.
Yep, right.
And,
Those guys are awesome. I mean, November John 5's coming for Bollywood?
Right. That's going to be a great show.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that
I was
one.
like, how the hell they pull out?
And I think you brought this up before, Tim. You know, why not everybody come together? You know, and that's basically the best thing about ICT radio
They should throw a festival.
is being able to have everybody come together on one station so
ICT Fest.
people can listen, you know, have their opinions or whatever have you. You know, they have a chance, an opportunity to listen to what's going on in Wichita.
And that's been our
So-
goal from day one. Jake, you've been in the scene for quite some time now. Since what, 2006 or even before that?
Yeah, 2004.
What do you think has changed for the better or maybe even changed for the worse in the scene since then?
I don't know. I mean, it used to seem a lot more competitive. People not necessarily trying to work together, band-wise, band to band. Seems like it's a lot more unified now. A lot more people come to each other's shows, helping support each other, and spread the word and spread the music.
Right, and I think that's what it's going to take to really propel this scene to the next level. We're talking about Austin and Nashville as, kind of the benchmark, I guess you would say. And And I feel like the talent level is
He's there.
even greater than those scenes.
Mhm.
I mean, if
So
you
close.
get out and
It's
go
just-
to these shows
Yeah,
Yes,
and
right.
you
Getting
and
it
you
heard.
and you listen to what they're doing live, as opposed to even their recordings, man, it's just great.
Like
Yeah,
I was
you're
blown away since I've been back in Wichita. August, I got back. I caught Jaggers a couple of his shows with Big Red Horse, and not only were they great as usual, but the new Imperialism, the Elbow
Yes.
Room
Yeah,
they
they
play with,
kick
those
ass.
guys are
That's
incredible.
a-
Yeah,
that's
they
a
are.
good band, man.
And so is this one band I forget that was from Oklahoma, but they're from Oklahoma. We won't talk about it. They were great.
No, go ahead.
Who were they?
The Flying Pigs or something. Rockin' Pigs.
Flock of Pigs.
Flock of
Right, I've
fish.
heard of that.
Shout out to Flock of Pigs
Fuck
from
yeah.
OKC. Holy crap, you guys.
But
That band, if you can ever see that band, go see that band. Super entertaining. Badass
I think
the one band that you guys
I think
played
they were
with,
just
Bad
the
City
Barleycorns,
Drivers.
right? Here recently, I think they were just the
It was
Barleycorns.
Elbow Room.
What's
Was
that
it Elbow
band
Room?
called?
Okay, yeah, I was.
Elbow Room,
I knew it was
about a
a
month
Fine
ago or
Swine
so.
production.
Yeah,
Fine Swine is
Definitely was.
great production company.
yeah, Big Red Horse played with them that night. Yeah.
That's great.
Mad City Driver. What
That
was
was,
that band
that was a
called?
damn good show.
What's that one band?
So,
What's that one band called?
you know, we know what we need to do. I
Mad
know
City
we got
Drivers?
ICT Radio on top
Mad
of
City
trying
Cruisers.
to
Yeah.
get
Can't
these
remember.
bands to collaborate in some sort of fashion.
That's it. It's
Mad
the
City
vessel.
Cruisers. You ever heard of them?
Yes.
Seen them? Those guys.
Yes.
Those guys.
Also-
We've got them on the station,
We
actually.
need
Yeah.
to continue this. Everybody needs to share. I mean, there's no
Zigawatts.
there's no reason
Very good.
to
Holy crap.
depreciate
Very
anybody's
good.
Yeah,
value.
that's awesome too. Vehicles.
So-
Yep.
All those bands are on the station in full rotation, 24 hours a day, 7 days a
Wow.
week.
No kidding.
Mhm.
So Jake, I didn't finish my question to you. Since you've been in the scene, you've seen the scene and you've seen two different spellings.
You
there
said
on
scene 5 times. You can't do
Seen
that.
the scene.
that. So you've witnessed
Jester, real quick.
what the evolution of the genres of music in Wichita. How would you classify Wichita's sound?
Can't really classify. It depends on the band. There's metal to punk
Jake's too
to
horny right now to explain
folk
himself.
music. There's all kinds of different genres here, so you can't really classify it as one thing.
And I've been asked that same question, and I kind of have the same answer. There's just so much going on, and it's
There's a
all
wide
just
variety.
and it's all just great, great talent
Mm-hmm.
and musicianship.
Yeah.
It's incredible. So what's the next step for you guys? I mean, are you guys just trying to build this up and then get in the studio,
Can I get this one?
yeah, go
So-
for it.
So right now, I'm looking at my brother when I say this. We're trying to get this going because we really enjoy each other's company, and that's number one. If anyone's ever been in a band, music's easy, personalities are tough,
Yeah, look at Van Halen.
right? This group of guys is freaking awesome, and it'd
Yeah,
be
we
really
do,
cool
we do.
to get something going,
Yeah, I
on a
think
regular
we'd be-
basis. But it's sort of temporary because Albert may be leaving us, and I'm trying to
Yeah.
get the dude
Oh,
to hang
no.
around. Yeah, man.
He's a free spirit, and
Well, I mean, I think
me
most
and,
musicians
well,
are free spirits.
well, you know-
Tipsy
Yeah.
lifestyle.
Tim, the interesting thing, me and Jake were talking about this coming to practice
No kids, no wife.
about this gentleman who we love, but how free he is,
Yeah.
and
Don't want to put them.
he
roots down.
he's really not stuck anywhere. He wants to go experience doing whatever he wants
Not
to
having
do.
a kid
And
at
this
all,
dude,
no wife.
and
able to
I'm
up
not
and go.
hating this guy, but he hasn't worked. He's kind of just a freelancer, and but
Okay,
that's
so-
all about life. Is all about perspective. I know.
But
People-
what's next, Brad? What's
I
next?
know.
Tell me your
It's
perspective.
tough. It's a big topic,
I'll
and
tell
I
you
don't
something.
want to dive deep
If,
into it, but
Yeah, we'll leave
If
the.
Albert
we'll
leaves.
leave the.
If Albert leaves, I really hope he doesn't. You motherfucker.
I know we're gonna chain him
But if
to
he
the
does,
fucking front
we'll
porch.
probably still keep playing together. I'm
Oh,
sure.
Yeah.
Jake and I get together. I don't know, every week at least.
So where are you going, you little shit?
Every once in a while, he has a home project.
I'm about to
Back
show
to New York City.
Permanently.
Well, let's
I'm about
let's
to,
hope that Albert doesn't go anywhere. 'Cause
I'm about-
I had the
You
privilege of
just got to
sitting.
embrace the music.
I had the privilege of sitting and
been-
listening to you guys jam just
Hold
now,
on to it.
Mhm.
and I really dig what you guys are doing. I would classify. I mean, so you've got Brad that comes in, and you guys kind of have a funk hip hop thing going on, you know.
Yeah, it does.
And then you guys go into when Jagger takes the lead,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of a classic rock, you know, into alternative rock kind of sound.
Yeah.
And I think that the two would really mesh together,
Right.
and you guys could create something that you know that Wichita would really appreciate.
I think for me, let's just say that Albert does stick around. That's where I'd want to be. You know, let's do things that, like I said, we all come from different backgrounds. I think it shows in our music, and as much as we like it, I feel like other people probably want to hear it.
Yeah, it's
you
a
know?
little challenging for me not playing hip hop before to actually, you know.
But you like hip hop, man.
I do, but it's hard to play.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
hard
you
to
used
be.
to being in a rock
It's hard to
band.
be that
And punk
that
bands.
tight and
Yeah, and stay on it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Because,
different.
you know, being a punk drummer, you get excited, you speed up, it goes with the music.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like you have to slow it down. It's kind of mundane.
Yeah, it's like, hey, slow down,
Yeah,
slow
you gotta
down.
keep that metronome going.
And it's
You
and
know.
it's not an electronic
Because I used to play
beat.
skate punk.
Right.
You know, you know?
So Jake, I know that you've played most of the venues in town. What would be a venue that you haven't played that's on your bucket list that you'd love to, you know, to play at?
I like playing at the Hard Rock, dude. We've been everywhere.
That's
almost.
not in
Wave.
town.
Yeah, it is.
The Wave?
Hard Rock?
What's
Wave
it called?
Would be cool.
What's the Wave?
Wave would be bad. That's where we saw
Yeah.
Toadies, man.
Oh, yeah,
No,
yeah. What about
I've never
Norton's?
been to the Wave yet, but I've
The
heard
Hard
a lot of
Rock
good
is in
things.
town.
I'd like to
I
play
think that'd be
Norton's.
cool.
Isn't that where we
I love
play? That's
outdoor
where I met your
venues.
wife.
There's
Where-
no Hard
where
Rock
was
in
that
Wichita,
at?
man.
Yeah,
The
dude,
Wave.
Tulsa.
What else? What else you got?
That wasn't the way.
Norton's. Norton's Brewery? Is that a place?
It is a
Yes,
place.
Norton's is a place out there.
I know the owner.
See,
So
I've
if
been
you
coming
guys
and
are
going, you know.
interested-
I,
Yeah, Norton's is a badass place.
I'd
Good
like
beer,
to play the new Barley
good beer,
Corns.
and a
Excellent
cool
beer.
venue.
I would love to play the new Barley Corns. I played the old one
That
many
would be
times.
cool. Yeah, I haven't played there in quite a few years.
I would like to play
Not
the
since
Wave
the
outside.
renovation.
That's where I'd like to play.
Yeah.
That would be real awesome.
Yeah,
I like to play the Cotillion.
done it.
I'd like to work
I
for it.
wasn't gonna say anything because I knew that Jagger had probably played the cotillion.
We did
but,
play,
you know, we asked that question to every band that we
Riverfest.
interview, and that's probably the number one answer is the cotillion.
Or Riverfest. But we played
Trust.
Riverfest.
Yeah, we played Riverfest.
Interest.
No Coast Refugees played the Riverfest.
Good luck with that.
Oh, playing Interest? You probably like the warm up band in the parking lot before the monster truck show.
Yeah, you know.
Like how the Stones have like 5 bands that
2
open
p.m.
up
the
warm
hot
to do the
dog
first one
Yeah, hey,
when no one's there.
hey, come on, listen to us. You have a hot dog.
No Coast Refugees played Riverfest one year when the old. What did we play?
It was when Rubens was at the old location.
Oh, yeah.
So it wasn't really Riverfest. It was sort of like
The outside.
Yeah, all that's not going to be on there. But
Edit.
So you guys are
never
you know
live.
trying to get your act together.
yeah.
I
More
guess
brothers.
probably your next step would be recording.
It's
All
just,
the shit that was in it.
You know,
All of
Jagger.
us putting the
What
emotion in.
you know, we talk about songwriting process sometimes, and you know, I just listened to your song, "The Numb." Can you kind of, you know, walk us through how that was written and
So, yeah. So I wrote The Numb, like a lot of songwriters do. You write when you're feeling things, and I was in a low spot a long time ago with my wife, and I started feeling like there was this thing that was happening to us where we were, you know, really becoming numb to each other, to where you kind of, you know, we were a long time already into our marriage, like 7 years or so, and we just became numb to each other's existence. And I wrote this tune based on that thought, and that, you know, you start to live lives as individuals, but you don't really, you know, you're isolated. You're together, but you're not. You're separate. You know, she's off doing her thing, and you occupy your time with the guitar and your friends, and you're playing music, and she's off. You know, she's a very career-driven woman, and these things happen to where you start existing in the same circles, but you don't do anything together, and you become numb to each other. And when you realize it, for me, it was like, wow, maybe you know, we're not supposed to be together or whatever, and you know, we should move on. but what about all this stuff? What about this life that we put together? We have a house and we've got like all these things, and then you can just kind of go on day after day and live that way and not really worry about it. And then when you do, you just kind of push that away because you're numb to the circumstance. You know, that's what that song is really about. It's kind of one of my sadder tunes, but when I actually did write it out, it sort of helped me like identify it first, and then I was able to get through it. You know, and we were able to get through it together. And the weird thing is, this was years ago, and the weird thing is that now my wife actually loves that song. You know, it's crazy.
Do you think that, you know, you expressing those emotions musically kind of helped you guys work through that whole thing?
Well, for me, on a very personal level, you know, it just it was really like, you know, like a catharsis. Like you kind of write that out, and you're able to emote that when you play it. And I was able to have that release. My wife only got to hear it, and sometimes I used to wonder, like, what was it for her that got her through it, you know?
Mhm.
And I can't think of anything else other than she heard that song. That may or may not be true.
May have
Yeah.
triggered something in her.
But maybe, you know, but she had to get through it in her way, and writing the song out was the way that I did,
Right.
you know. But that was like a turning point in my writing. That was when I started writing, you know, about things that really matter and not, you know. It was also, I think, the last love song I ever wrote, by the way.
It's very, very good song, very good lyrics.
Thanks. Thanks.
You know, we're talking about the songwriting process here. Jake, I mean, how do you guys structure a song? How does it all begin?
I mean, it depends. Sometimes it starts with, you know, bass riff or guitar riff. You know, Albert just going off on the drums and something building up. Sometimes, you know, Brad or Jagger will bring lyrics to the table, and we'll try to build around those.
As far as Albert and Jake playing together, you know, a lot of times those guys will just, one guy will play a couple of notes and the other guy jumps on, and they're locked in. You know, and then it really, it just puts a feeling in the room, and it's easy to jump onto. And, you know, the best songs are the ones that are like that. You know, you just gotta, just spontaneous.
Mm-hmm.
And, man, I remember this one time, me, Albert, and Jake, and this is, so we were talking about Albert
Like the
disappears
fish that got
for a year or two sometimes.
Like he just did
Yeah, yeah. And,
for the interview.
yeah, he did for the interview too. So it was one of the last times we played with Albert before he came back.
Mm-hmm.
And we were down here, and I just started playing this riff out of nowhere. You know, we'd been partying all night and stuff. We were feeling no pain. And I started playing this riff, and it just kind of came out of nowhere. And then Albert and Jake kind of looked over at me, and they started playing too.
Mm-hmm.
And these
fell in
lyrics
line.
just came to mind, and it was like a complete song, beginning to end, had,
Just running.
you know, verse, chorus, verse. There was a bridge and a solo section, came back in, finished the song strong. And it was one of those where you get done and you're like, you know,
I
you're like,
hope-
you're,
Hey, Jagger, what was that? What were you just playing?
It's a beautiful
And you're
thing
like,
when
I
that
don't know.
happens, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, no.
And I hope you guys
Uh-huh.
recorded it.
no, we
No.
didn't. And Jake says, what song was that? And I was like, I don't know, man. It just came out. And it was like a complete, beautiful, powerful, awesome
And
song.
those are usually the best ones.
Yeah, and it was, I don't think we've ever been able to recreate that moment.
So do you still play that song?
I think we've
It's in
attempted
there,
it
but
a few times.
yeah,
You've attempted
it
it.
definitely doesn't have the lyrics and the whole.
I remember the riff I was playing, but I
Cadence
can't
of it
get
all.
that feel back. You know,
It's like I was saying, you know,
It's in
you,
the
you
ether
should
now.
always have that
Yep.
that recording
ether.
tool while you guys are
Yeah.
jamming, because you never know.
You never know.
You never know when that's going to happen. You know, I
But
mean,
that
it,
happens.
and you could lose it. I mean, there's been many times that I've come up with just phenomenal lyrics or a vocal line, or you know, that vocal melody, not necessarily even the lyrics, but that melody that you're singing, and you can't recapture it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but then there's other tunes.
music right now.
There's other tunes where you'll write out a song, or you've got this riff going, and it takes forever. You know, it's like this riff, like, man, I love this riff, and I wrote like a verse to it, and 3 months go by before you come up with something else for it, and then next thing you know, it's a year, and you finally got the song completed.
Yeah.
You know, some are like that, but I still think the best ones are the spontaneous.
You just never
all
know.
together and
Yeah.
playing it 3 or 4 times, and
Yep.
you just got it. And a couple weeks, you got lyrics nailed down.
Yeah, it happened in a lot of
Music
ways.
is a odd and beautiful thing.
Well, yeah, you know, Uplift Mojo music came from my brother and myself, and the other half of it came from the Woods, you know, which you were a part of.
Oh, I was going to talk to you guys about that.
Yeah,
How do you guys feel about plagiarizing other people's songs?
I feel pretty good about it.
Checks in the mail,
bad.
Tim.
Not too bad.
I was instructed to.
I'm just kidding.
yeah.
You guys go and
Hey,
take
man, I
it to
have
the top, man.
Big shoes to fill doing those songs, you know.
I don't know about
Just had
that.
to, had to show some love to,
Yeah, oh, for
to the
sure.
Woods crew. Initially, me and Keith Stone
Keith?
were in the
fucking
Uplift
Stone.
Mojo, so half of the Woods came over to half of the No Coast Refugee. Well, 2/3 technically,
2/3. Yeah.
and that's what created the Uplift Mojo.
Yep. And it's been cool, you know. Since then, Jake is,
Been licking balls.
aside
ever
from Big Red
since.
Horse, Jake is like
Big one.
he's pretty much the guy that I write with. Like I'm most creative playing with Jake, you know, and I think that's true for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Then
Shake,
Albert
shake.
definitely
Yeah,
took it to another level.
Albert,
We've been jamming
Albert's
off
like
and
a hot
on
sauce,
for the past
you know?
year, but
He's a little bit of kick.
He's
on
got
it.
that spice.
A little bit of kick in there, yeah.
mm-hmm.
And Brad's like, what do you like, Brad?
I don't know, man.
Mayo.
I like a little bit of marinara.
Marinara, yeah. Ketchup, you're the ketchup. I like ketchup. I like ketchup. I don't put it on everything, but I like it.
I don't understand what I like. I'm a truth teller. That's it. I just wanna enjoy playing music, and I want people to listen to it and enjoy it as well. That's it.
hell yeah.
I would think so. I think we
Yeah.
need to come up with some
Yeah.
content. The thing is,
Yeah.
between the three of us, and Albert is right on board also. Between the three of us, Jake, Bradley, and myself, that is, you know, we do have a lot of good bones of things.
Mm.
We gotta
Before
fine-tune
recording,
things.
we iron them out, but we've got some.
Fine tuning
You know,
to do.
I think we've got some material in the works, man.
Yeah, we do. We do. But you know, as far as new songs, we haven't even begun to venture off into how that's going to be. So
And
that's going to
lyric-wise-
be really fun whenever we
Well,
figure
you
that
have.
out.
We
And
have.
lyric wise,
Well.
I got some interesting stories to put down on paper
There's a couple pieces.
from my travels.
Mm-hmm.
So
So, you know, you say you're not sure that, you know, you're going to stick around. And I have, you know, a little bit of backstory on where you've been and what you've done. What are some of the places that you know that you're talking about? You could talk about some lyrics.
Phoenix, for most certain, L.A., New York City, New Jersey, what else? Denver,
Well traveled.
yes.
What about
Miami.
the lyrics?
No,
Where are you
grew
at
up
with
in
the-
Hollywood,
I
Florida.
grew up in South Florida, but no, on my excursions.
I want you to sing a song you heard in
Sonora
Jersey.
was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a country, Jersey, Connecticut. Play a song.
Hey, I'm from Jersey.
That's a good song, man.
So,
All right.
how far do you guys think you're out before you're ready to start playing live?
I give it a month.
If we said today that we're just gonna lock in and do it,
Uh,
I bet you we could play in 2 months. I mean, like
I give it a month.
Like really have a good show where no one would be like, oh shit.
Because I've heard
Like,
worse
you know,
live.
in 2 months we could play a show where people would be like, oh shit, yeah.
That boy
You
good.
know?
Right.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd give it a couple months at least.
So, let's say that everything comes together. You guys get a set together. Where are you guys shooting for to open? You know, first
Barleycorns.
Uplift
It don't
Mojo.
matter. It don't matter.
Barleycorns.
Anywhere that'll have
Oh
us.
wait, the first one,
Yeah.
Kirby's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
See?
go.
Well, I know
The
that.
best show we ever played there was with Skinny. Whatever happened to that guy?
Had a good one in Sweet Polly.
I know that
Last one.
probably about
That
3
was the
inches
last
deep
one.
in the stickers. I have a sticker up in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
A couple in a few layers.
Yeah, right.
One time.
What's that?
I think we stuck one in the toilet bowl one time.
Well, that's a good place for it. You want people peeing on your band. That's
You
for
wash
sure.
your hands
Well,
afterwards.
What's awesome is
I
5 people in that
probably
place,
did. I
and
probably
it looks like it's sold out.
It is very unique, and
Here's the
I
target.
know that it's been voted as one of the top dive bars in the country.
Playboy.
Oh, it's awesome.
Playboy
So-
magazine. Yep.
Exactly.
Are we
Playboy's
talk-
not what it
Got
used
the
to be,
blue
but
shock
I'm
on
still
the
reading
wall.
it's still a reputable. You still read the articles.
Playboy lost the luster when porn became free.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Once I was able to get porn in my pocket anytime I wanted it.
I got porn in my pocket.
Actually.
So that that being said, do you think that the music scenes, even anywhere, have been hurt by the social media explosion, or do you think that it's helped the
It's
music
helped.
scenes?
Yeah, I think it's hell.
Well,
I think it's helped.
okay. I think there's a double-edged sword here because on
The
the one
marketing
hand,
part.
more bands are able to be heard and they can get their sound around faster.
Easier.
Faster, I would say.
Suck it free.
Yeah.
Suck it
And then
free.
Definitely faster.
the problem is though, the attention span of the listener has shortened up.
Milk it
So
dry.
even if they hear
Milk it
something
dry.
they like, they probably won't stick with the whole song, and they may not come back for more.
So do you think that it's hurt the live attendance of local music?
I think in Wichita, like I was talking about earlier, I think it's a different case because in Wichita,
Like the rapper.
it's a tighter community as far as musicians go.
Just
A lot of the bands tend to know
breaking
each
through
other,
concrete
and if they like what they hear, they come back and they support.
That's true.
And then they call, they say, "Hey man, I saw this band. I'm in a band," and then you say, "I got a gig. I want to play with that band," and you call them up.
Right.
And
There
I'm
should
not
be,
sure that's the same everywhere, but I think that because Wichita is a tight-knit community, I think that really helps us here. But I think elsewhere, social media is probably hurting them.
To make it even more of a closer, tight-knit networking thing you guys are talking about with the acts here, there needs to be some type of, Kenny and them need to come up with some type of probably 2-day festival or 1-day all-day festival with the top 15 bands or 10 bands.
And just to remind the audience, Tim, our drummer is
And not
single.
pay to play either.
Our drummer is single and horny. Right now.
And
I'm always horny.
us at the radio station, we have some rules, and one of our major rules is we will never accept any money from an artist.
Right.
We will never charge an artist.
Spirit of radio, like Rush.
I think it's worth it.
Right. So we often ask artists kind of their promotional their plan as far as promotions go. And we talked about social media, but do you think that social media is enough, or is there another facet that artists need to be focusing on? Because I know that a lot of artists are just promoting through social media. They create that post and they put it out there and they think that's enough.
With all the negative things I could say about social media, I mean, I'm one of those, like, I've got a Facebook account.
I
but
don't want to get fired for my job.
I only use it for Messenger because of the musician thing. I don't really get on it too much. I'm not crazy about the social media. But I think there's no way around it.
No, it's social
I don't
media.
I don't think there's any way around it. I don't think that, I mean, I'm already old, man, but people younger than me, that's where they get their news. That's where they know about the world. Is
Technology is a way of
social
life
media.
now.
They have to do it. I don't think there's a way around it. I think that anything beyond that, you'd have to spark the curiosity through social media.
Right, and I do think it's a wonderful tool. But then again, I believe that there's nothing more effective than a good old-fashioned handbill. You hand it to somebody, and it's got your show. Even if you were to go, let's say, to the Intrust
handing out
Bank, when you've
flyers.
got old-fashioned flyers that you used to do, like we used to do, Jake, back in the day. We'd draw them up, or we'd make them ourselves,
Yep.
and we'd
Take
go
them
and
home.
pass them out.
Close.
And we did have a great draw as far as bringing people into our shows, and I think that's what led to most of our, success, attendance success. Do you still think that that's valuable in today's market?
Oh yeah, I mean it's part of it, and social media is obviously the biggest part nowadays. That's what everyone's paying attention to 24/7. Everyone's attached to their phones, but that could still help you out, getting the word out to strangers, just another way. As many possible ways as you can do it, the better, You get 50 out and get 10 in, you might have 10 new people, but the biggest thing is, playing out and making a name for yourself.
And I
Making
think
people
that's,
remember you played and want to come back again,
Right. We talked with Kenny Ballinger here recently, and he kind of touched on that a little bit as far as get out there and make a name for yourself and show the people what you've got.
That's it.
And if you're good enough, people are going to know. They're going to, and we talked to him about how do you get in to the Elbow Room, or how do you get into Barleycorns, and he's just like, be good at what you do.
Oh yeah. Well, for longevity, when you start off, you got friends and family excited, and that only lasts so long. You're gonna have to bring up new people into your music that embrace it and want to come to shows.
Exactly. Well, I've had a great time sitting down and talking with you guys. I know that Albert and Brad kind of left the room.
Yeah.
I guess they
Yeah.
saw a squirrel.
They saw a squirrel.
They did.
Really enjoyed sitting down with you guys. Thank you, Jagger, for sitting down and talking with us at ICT Radio.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And thank you, Jake, for sitting down and talking with us. We really appreciate it. Do you guys have any social media that you've got going on yet, or are you still kind of working that out?
Just working it out. Nothing related to this.
Yeah. There's an old Uplift Mojo site on Facebook, but it's been inactive for quite a few years. So
We're
still
Look,
attached.
my prediction, the Kid Brother hangs out and we keep making music. We're always excited to have him around, but we never know how long we're going to have him.
Yep.
Either way, I'm always going to play with Jake, and if this guy leaves, we'll figure something else out and we'll get out there sometime.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen. And I'm really looking forward to what you guys are going to offer the scene. And can't wait to hear anything you guys get recorded.
Yeah.
Make sure to send us your tracks at ictradio316@gmail.com. Anybody else that's listening, that's where you can reach us. We will check out your music and it will be added to the station accordingly. But once again, thank you for listening to the Thirsty Thursday Spotlight on ict-radio.com. My name's Tim, and we're out.
Peace.
Thanks.
All right. Well, thank you, Tim. And still don't know who that was. Haven't listened to the interview yet.
Derek, you don't pay attention, do you? So focused on beer in the future. Can't even remember what just happened. It's all good. So something you should remember, see how Derek's forgetful. Something you should remember, though, is to make sure your fucking heater works.
And how would you do that? How would you make sure it's working?
Well, you could turn it on, or you could give Alpha Heating and Air a call at 316-765-4492. They're doing a $75 fall special to tune up your AC or heating unit, but definitely want to make sure it gets checked out because I know there's some dangerous things that can happen when you turn your heater on for the first time. And
I hate turning the heater on. Like, it always makes me nervous. Then you get that burnt smell.
oh yeah,
You don't know if you just caught something on fire, if your heater's just burning off the dust. Just better to have Alpha Heating and Air come out and take a peek at you, and not at you, but at your heater.
or at you, I don't know.
Or if you're into that, I don't know. If they're into that, we don't know. We just read their ads, and that's it.
Yeah, so if you need some help with the
Whatever
heating and
y'all
air
are
unit,
into.
if you need help with the heating and air unit,
Or a peek at you.
or peek at you, I guess. You can email them at alphahc16@gmail.com, or you can call them at 316-765-4492. Once again, they are doing a $75 tune-up special. Get it done today.
All right. Well, I think that will do it. Quick shout to the other sponsors. Love Yourself Health Coaching. Go look her up on Facebook. And Udall Fall Festival, if you are not doing anything, Saturday will be a typical fall Kansas day.
Yep.
Nice and chilly and perfect day for Fall Fest. So
Beer, barbecue, and demolition derby,
and street dances
and pie eating, and stuff.
Hell yes.
Among other things.
All right. Well, we will take you out. What song we're going to go out on?
Man, we have 2 choices. What do we want to do?
Dealer's choice.
Okay.
I'm putting this one on you. If the fucking people revolt, fucking send us nasty messages,
Okay.
I'm blaming it on you.
Okay. Let's go with Take the Day with Falling Apart. This is a brand new track from Take the Day. Go like their Facebook page and see when they're playing shows because they're kicking
Absolutely.
some major ass. So this is Take the Day with Falling Apart. We'll see you next week. Peace out.
All right. Later on.
I'm always looking for a reason. There's something to turn this world around. Does anybody even see us? Are we destined to keep on falling down? Keep on pushing, keep on pushing, keep on pushing me. Keep on pushing, keep on pushing.